Yep, them guys. Scott Hall is dead. Kevin Nash is an old man, probably got one foot in the grave, and so is Hulk Hogan. The New World Order. The way they belittled the moniker, made fun of it, it was great. Because George Bush, other presidents, and now this one, Joe Biden, all love to use the term New World Order, and it just blew up into conspiracy theories about how the elite are planning on taking over the world. But I'm here to tell you today that a Jew world order is going to replace the old world order. Now, I know that there are many Jews that are going to be really upset about me talking about this because it seems to awaken a bunch of anti-Semitism among the sons of Japheth, especially the sons of Japheth. But I want to go ahead and read this latest fact check on President Joe Biden saying that there's a new world order. Reference to a new world order has spread on social media amid the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Let's get this garbage out of here. And the term gained significant traction after it was used by President Joe Biden in a speech in March. Now is a time when things are shifting, Biden told a crowd of CEOs at Business Roundtable's quarterly meeting in March the 21st. There's going to be a new world order out there, and we've got to lead it. And we've got to unite the rest of the world, the free world, in doing it. Within the hours of his remarks, hashtag New World Order was trending on Twitter. A flurry of posts suggesting Biden's usage of the phrase confirms the existence of a decades-old conspiracy theory that global elites will take over the world and establish an authoritarian one-world government. Well, they've been trying to do that for years. But as I pointed out in the last video, it's impossible. It cannot happen. Jehovah Elohim, the Creator, put things in place. He put steps in place to make sure that could never happen. So here's the New World Order conspiracy theory. The New World Order, NWO, is a conspiracy theory which hypothesizes a secret emergent totalitarian world government. The common theme in conspiracy theories about a New World Order is that a secretive power elite with a globalist agenda is conspiring to eventually rule the world through an authoritarian one-world government which will replace sovereign nation states. Once again, listen to the previous video. That one blew up to about 400 and some views. But listen to the video and I will prove using the scripture that this so-called New World Order that they claim is coming, I say the old world order. We are living in an old world order. A world order that began with the Claudio Julius dynasty, starting with Augustus. With an all-encompassing propaganda whose ideology hails the establishment of the New World Order as the culmination of history's progress. Many influential historical and contemporary figures have therefore been alleged to be a part of a cabal that operates through many front organizations to orchestrate significant political and financial events, ranging from causing systemic crises to pushing through controversial policies at both national and international levels as steps in an ongoing plot to achieve world domination. Now, let me make things perfectly clear here. There is a cabal that is trying to do this. Make no mistake about it. And everything where they are causing systemic crisis, all that is happening. They are indeed trying to cause systemic crisis to bring in this one world government. But as I proved to you last week, in that video, it will never happen. This cabal they call the New World Order is going to be kicked to the side, thrown in the wastebasket, and it will be replaced by the Jew World Order. Now, the Jew World Order is in no way related to this New World Order conspiracy theory. I want to read a little bit more of this, and I want to continue my thought processes here. Before the early 1990s, New World Order conspiracism was limited to American countercultures, primarily the militant anti-government right and the secondarily part of the fundamentalist Christianity concerned with end-time emergence of the Antichrist. And as I have told you, and as I have proven to you, that the Christians believe their Antichrist is Israel's Moshiach. So there is no such thing as Judeo-Christianity. In fact, Messianic Jews are not Jews at all. They're not real Jews. Their religion is not of the Jews at all. It is of the Catholic Church. Because they say they won't use the name Yehoshua. They will only use the name Yeshua. And they say Yeshua and Jesus is the same person. Nothing could be further from the truth. Nothing could be further from the truth. So, political scientists are concerned that mass hysteria over New World Order conspiracy theories would eventually have devastating effects on American political life, ranging from escalating lone wolf terrorism to the rise of authoritarian ultranationalist demagogues. Alright, I'm going to deviate for just a second. Now, I do not believe in any form of Roman or Greek government. Neither a republic, which is Rome, or democracy, which is Greek. Both Greece and Rome, the first one being Greece, destroyed Jerusalem. Greece and Greece's democracy destroyed Jerusalem. Therefore, I am not democratic. The Republic of Rome destroyed Jerusalem later. And I should say Greece desecrated the temple with Antiochus IV. So, with Greece desecrating the temple, and Antiochus IV did that, and then Rome under Vespasian destroyed Jerusalem. The democracy and the republic are my mortal enemies. They are the mortal enemies of Jerusalem and its heir. So, but the Second Amendment of the U.S. Constitution is the one thing that has kept the U.S. government from pulling a Nazi Germany. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, those of you who read history, you know that Adolf Hitler took self-defense weapons away from the Jews so that he could march them into boxcars and eventually to the concentration camps and gas chambers. He did it for the sake of the American authored concept of eugenics. And I should say not only American authored, but British authored. And I want to show you this video here that you might want to check out. This is this video was posted. When was it posted? I just saw it recently. I don't see where it was when it was posted. But it is Eugenics and America's Campaign to Create a Master Race War Against the Weak. And this is Edwin Black. And I would just advise you to skip the formalities and maybe start about about 3 minutes into the video. I urge every one of you to listen to it. He points out where the seed of Nazi eugenics started. It did not start in Nazi Germany. It started right here in the United States and in Great Britain. And so, as I say right now, and I've said before, the Second Amendment has been the one thing that has stopped the United States of America from going full speed with race eliminating eugenics. And as he points out, the Rockefeller Foundation was front and center, and the Rockefeller Foundation today is front and center with this COVID jabbing program currently underway in the United States. So these folks who authored or these institutions who authored eugenics that led to the Holocaust are still alive and well and still believe in their false ideas. So, they are most definitely trying to eliminate certain groups of people. And if they had half a chance, if they had the opportunity to eliminate the Second Amendment, that would be the first order of business, and rolling people in boxcars off to parts unknown. So once again, I urge everyone to listen to Edwin Black. He has a book, but I think this particular video is going to give you all you need to know about what the people of this country are dealing with, the elites in this country. But I'm here to tell you right now that the New World Order, as they call themselves, the elites, they are going to fail. I told you in the last video they are going to fail miserably. And they're going to be replaced with a Jew World Order. Now, certain Christian groups have accused this so-called New World Order of being the Jew World Order. Well, as I have just pointed out to you, the New World Order has been trying to wipe out the Jews since the early 1900s. You can't have it both ways, folks. So there will be a Jew World Order, but the Jew World Order is not the New World Order. The Jew World Order, let me bring up my list of things here. So I made a little list. A Jew World Order begins when the kingdom of the sea is overthrown. What is that? Kingdom of the sea. Well, let's look at Isaiah 60. Isaiah 60, verse 1, Arise and shine, for thy light is come. And look, right here, even King James Version admits it's the future glory of Zion. Not a figurative Zion, not a, what is that word that fellow used? A metaphorical Zion. No, the real Zion, because it says so in Joel 2. Zion, Mount Zion in Jerusalem, it says in Joel 2. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of not the Lord, but Jehovah is risen upon you. Who? Zion. Look, the darkness. Darkness will cover the earth. Another plague of darkness. Much like the horrific plague of darkness that happened in the 500s, 570 something or other. And a heavy dark cloud over the people. But Jehovah shall rise upon Zion, and his glory shall be seen. The Gentiles, the Goy, are going to be forced to come to the light, and the kings to the brightness of you, because their lands will no more be inhabitable. It is even written in the book of Genesis, I believe it's in Genesis 9, how the sons of Japheth, their tents will be wide. You go there. And this is who it's referring to, the sons of Japheth. All right. Right here it says, and he said, Blessed be Jehovah Elohim, or bless Jehovah Elohim of Shem, not of Japheth. Japheth although he listened to his father, Noah, he did not serve Jehovah. He had other idols. And Canaan shall be Shem's servant. Elohim shall enlarge. It says pathal, allure, but let me make sure you understand. To be spacious and wide open. The vast majority of the land will go to Japheth. Why did that happen when Jehovah Elohim of Shem and not Japheth? Has to do with, I guess I'll have to go back there too. Shall enlarge Japheth, but he will end up in the tents of Shem. You look around, you see the tents of Shem are small. The tents of Shem are Iran, Iraq, Syria, Israel, and the Arabian Peninsula, partially. Trying to remember if I got all of them. That's just about it. That is the smallest portion went to Shem. See, this struggle that is happening will be a David versus Goliath. The small will overcome the strong. The strong will be overcome by the weak. So let's go to Genesis 3, I believe. Wanted to go to 3. Clicked the wrong one. There we go. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Jehovah Elohim has made. And he said unto the woman, he did not say anything to the man because the man wasn't there. It does not say he said unto the man and the woman. He said unto the woman, also, Elohim said, you shall, or to eat, not eat, doesn't say not eat, it says eat of every tree of the garden. Did he say you shall eat every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Elohim has said you shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest you die. And the serpent said unto the woman, you shall not surely, or you shall not die. Let's see what this says. Hold on. Okay, to die. For Jehovah, or Elohim, does know that in the day that you eat thereof, your eyes will be opened, and you shall be Elohim. You'll be equal with him. So he's essentially saying that the tree of the knowledge of good and evil is actually the tree of life. Knowing good and evil. Knowing beauty and adversity. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, did she check in with her husband? Nope. And it was pleasant to the eyes, a tree desired to make one wise. She took of the fruit thereof and ate it first, and also gave unto her husband. Doesn't say with her. That's a lie. See, it doesn't exist. It says she also gave to her husband to eat, and he unwittingly ate it. He was not with her. And the eyes of them were both open, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. And then they heard the voice of Jehovah Elohim walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of Jehovah Elohim among the trees of the garden. And Jehovah Elohim called unto Adam and said unto him, Where? Where are you? And he says, I heard your voice in the garden, I was afraid, because I was naked and I hid myself. That's not the reason. That's not the reason. That was an excuse. And he said, Who told you that you were naked? Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten of the tree where I have commanded it should not be eaten? And the man said, The woman. And he rightly told the truth at this point. The woman that you gave unto me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat. He didn't even question what he gave her. First sin that Adam committed was not checking what his wife was up to. Not checking her. And Jehovah Elohim said unto the woman, What have you done? The woman said, The serpent beguiled me to eat. And Jehovah Elohim said to the serpent, Because you have done this, you are cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon your belly shall you go, and dust shall you eat all the days of your life. And I will make you and the woman enemies. How? Well, the preacher likes to say that's the reason why women don't like snakes. Nope. That's not it. You see, folks, this serpent is the kingdom of the sea. I'm going to read about in Isaiah 60. Between you and the woman. Now, in a figure of speech, this woman becomes eventually Israel. And the serpent becomes the sons of Japheth, the kingdom of the sea. Now, why do I say that the woman becomes Israel? It is because right here in the very next words, I will put enmity between you and between the woman, seed, and your seed. So seed and seed. So seed of the serpent and the seed of the woman. Who is the seed of the woman? The seed of the woman is Yehoshua the Israelite, the Jew. Israel being small, and the kingdom of the sea, aka Rome, the serpent. The bruise to the heel is on the seed of the woman, and that bruise to the heel was when Jerusalem was destroyed and the Romans killed Israel's Moshiach. The bruise to the head, or the shuf, overwhelming. So Rome overwhelmed Jerusalem, but Yehoshua, who cut out of the stone of Jerusalem, is going to overwhelm Rome, the kingdom of the sea. Let's continue. So, the kingdom of the sea has the most land. What is the kingdom of the sea? Rome. Rome, the first Rome is the one we know as Rome today. The second Rome is Constantinople. And the third Rome is Moscow. So all of Europe and the United States and South America, they all follow the Rome that is in ancient Rome. And parts of Eastern Europe, Ukraine, Russia, Egypt, the Orthodox of Egypt and Greece all follow what is now today the third Rome, as in religion. Their land masses are all encompassing. The only thing that, let's see, so you have a few Canaanites left in Lebanon. You have Peleshet that's still in Gaza. You have China, Japan, Mongolia, Turkestan, and all the other stands near Russia. Those are of Canaanite origin, mostly Heth, but even they are under the authority of Japheth, exactly as was written in Genesis 9. That Canaan will be the servant of Japheth, just like Canaan will be the servant of Shem. But as we just read, Japheth will end up in the tents of Shem. Why would Japheth end up in the tents of Shem? Because he became homeless. And he has no other choice. He became homeless because this happens. Gentiles are going to come to the light, and kings to your brightness. Lift up your eyes round about and see them gathering together and collecting. They're coming in. Your sons shall come from afar, and your daughters, Zion's daughters. So the sons of Japheth are going to have to gather up the people of Israel and bring them back. And they're going to be nursed by a side to see the stream. Your heart will be in awe of what's happening. And your tents will be enlarged to grow wide. So you see, we just read that Japheth's tents grew wide first, but then Zion's tents grow wide. So the old world order, the cabal, the Japhetic cabal, will be replaced by the Jew world order. How? It says the roaring, murmuring crowd of the sea. The kings of the sea and their armies shall not be converted. King James Version tried to deceive you here. It says to be overturned. The word is hafach, to overturn, to overthrow. Kingdoms of the sea, the Japhetic peoples will be overthrown. Now we come down here. It says in verse 8, those that fly, not brandish, to fly. As a cloud, like doves to their windows. Who first? Who first? The coastlands have to wait because the ships of Tarshish are coming first. Why? Because the vast majority of the Jews and all lost Israel live in North America, Central America, and South America. See, there are more Jews in North America than there are in Israel. So, to their first, to bring their sons from far away, from a great distance. And they're not going to go empty-handed. All their gold and the silver will come with them. Unto Shem, Yehovah, Elohim. To the Kadosh, Israel. To holy Israel. To beautify and to glorify Israel. The sons of strangers, foreigners, will build up your walls. Donald Trump said Mexico was going to build the wall on the border, but he was wrong. Because the walls of Israel are going to be built by foreigners. He can't co-opt that. And their kings shall serve you. In my wrath I smote, but in goodwill and acceptance I now will have mercy on Israel. Your gates will be open continually, and they shall not shut day nor night, that men may bring unto you the wealth of the Gentiles. It'll all have to be brought in. And it will be done forcibly. Very likely by the two witnesses and their plagues. Because the lands of Japheth will no longer be inhabitable. Japheth got the first blessing, and it will be taken away from him because of his great evil and unbelief. And that blessing will be given to Israel, and Israel's tents will be made wide, while Japheth's tents will be reduced to insignificance, to homelessness. And also their kings may be brought may be driven. Their kings are going to be forced to come to Jerusalem, led in procession. Because the Gentile nation and kingdom that will not serve you shall perish. Those nations, those Goy shall be decay, utterly wasted. Verse 14, the sons of them that afflicted Jerusalem shall come bowing down at the soles of your feet. Those that despise you shall bow themselves down at the soles of your feet. Rome, the Christians, the Muslims will all come bowing down at the soles of Zion's feet. Not some figurative, imaginary Zion. No. Zion, Jerusalem, as it is written in Joel 2, verse 30 and onward. They shall call you the city of Jehovah, Zion, Kadosh, holy, sacred, Israel. That's what they're going to call you. Whereas you have been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through you, I will make you an eternal excellency, a joy of numerous generations. You will suck the milk of the Gentiles, and you shall suck the breast of kings, and you shall know Jehovah, Yahshua, to deliver, and Gaal, to redeem, as a kinsman redeemer, the mighty one of Yaakov. Instead of brass, I will bring you gold, and to replace iron, I will bring you silver, and for wood brass, and for stones iron. I will also make your police officers peaceful, and your tax collectors, exactors, fair. Violence shall no more be heard in your land, wasting nor destruction within your borders. You shall call your walls Yeshua. See, Yeshua is not the name of the Moshiach. Yehoshua is his name. The name of the walls of Jerusalem are going to be Yeshua. And your gates will be called Tehillah or Tehillah. The sun shall no more be your light by day, neither brightness shall the moon give you light, but Jehovah shall be unto you an everlasting light, and Elohim your glory. And figuratively speaking, the sun shall be, your sun shall no more go down, neither shall your moon withdraw itself, for Jehovah shall be everlasting light, and the days of your mourning shall be ended. And your people, Israel, shall all be righteous. That's right. No matter what you Japhetic Christian Gentiles claim, the people of Israel will all become righteous. All of them. And they will inherit the Eretz forever, and the branch of my planting, the work of my hand, so that I may be glorified. And little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, Jehovah, will hasten it in its time. Which means people of Israel are going to reproduce rapidly. From a small people to absolute greatness, and they're going to receive the greatest blessing of them all. And Japheth will have nothing. Now, let's make sure that I've covered. So the kingdom of the sea being overthrown. So the next one, the Jew world order will replace this militaristic society with an agrarian culture. Alright, Yoel 3. They have been beating their plowshares into swords for quite a while, to the point where military instruments far outnumber farm implements. So in Yoel 3 and verse 10 it says, where is it? Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, and let the weak say, I am strong. And they're doing that right now. And they're all going to come to the valley of Jehoshaphat, or the valley of judgment, and will be judged there. And the final outcome is that beating your swords, plowshares into swords does not work. They will be defeated by the Jew world order. And this will happen. Isaiah 2. The word that Isaiah the son of Amos said concerning Yehudah and Jerusalem shall come to pass in the last days, the after part. It says it so often in the prophets, and yet your preachers will not even mention it. That the mountain of Jehovah's house shall be established. So the mountain shall be established. What mountain? Mount Zion. On top of all the other mountains. That's all the other nations. And shall be exalted above the hills, and all the Gentiles will flow to it. We know the reason why. Japheth started off great, but will end up homeless. And many people shall go and say, come and let us go to the mountain of Jehovah, to the house of the Elohim of Jacob. And he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the Torah, and the word of Jehovah from where? Jerusalem. And he will judge the Gentiles, the Goy, and shall rebuke, adjudicate many people. And they will beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. And nation will not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn any war. Why? Because they will be defeated. It will be the Jew world order in Jerusalem will replace this militaristic society with an agrarian culture. And as you see, in summary, the Jew world order will replace the so-called New World Order and the Old World Order. And you now see how it is going to be replaced. It really isn't difficult, folks. And I know, as soon as I post this, you're going to get people on BitChute that are going to lose their minds. And the video might get taken down by YouTube because of the title. But if they would bother to read and listen to the video instead of using their stupid algorithms, they would find out that there is nothing harmful about this video, nor the title of this video.